The 10 design areas from the new Art and Science of Teaching by Robert Marzano is what I focused on. And the 10 design areas are providing clear learning goals, assessment, direct instruction, practicing and deepening, knowledge application, strategies that appear in all types of lessons, engagement, rules and procedures, relationships, and communication, high expectations. So these design areas fall into the 3 categories of feedback, content, and context. And to make sure I hit these design areas while planning my unit lesson, I had to be very intentional. So for example, for assessments, providing clear learning goals, students had access to their scales, and I had to determine what skill we were doing. So I was able to provide clear learning goals and also providing the skills to reflect on those learning objectives. For assessments, I had to make sure I had formal and informal throughout the entire unit. This was necessary so I could assess their learning throughout the unit. For practicing and deepening, I think the biggest thing, especially for this age group, was chunking the information into digestible bits. We had a lot of opportunities for different organizers, and this was able to help students show and process and represent their thinking and learning. For practicing and deepening, we had a lot of planning time. Again, this is 2nd grade. We need to have lots of conversations. There was a lot of arguing, a lot of self-need for conversation. So we had a lot of time to talk about reasoning and errors. For strategies that appear in all types of lessons, I feel like we hit a lot of those. Element 16, highlighting critical information. 17, reviewing content. So this gave them the opportunity to revisit what they had learned. Also, element 18, revising, being able to change after learning and being able to add to their learning. Also, one of the goals that I was working on, element 21, elaborating on information. For engagement, which was also another goal of mine, I think this unit lesson provided a lot of opportunity for that. Kids were moving, able to express themselves while hitting rules and procedures. This is always important because you have those rules set up, but you also have to keep in mind that things may change. You have to look at individual students and kind of assess what their need might be in this particular situation. Relationships, also very important. The kids need to express themselves, and this gives a lot of time for plenty of expression, and we need to be able to allow them to do that, along with high expectations. I think that's already in place from being their teacher. They know what their expectations are, but throughout and being intentional with their learning, letting them know that we still have these along with our rules and procedures, verbal cues, nonverbal cues. Let them know they're doing a good job, that they are valued, and what we expect from them is a lot.